where to win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game.
Amen.
Hey, to win the game, you got to win the game. Can't
Deep
lose
thoughts. Deep thoughts from the newest Jim Harbaugh confidant.
That's right.
Yeah.
You once sat in that chair next to Jim Harbaugh. Now Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, not quite the play caller though. I was an offense quality control guy.
You were there.
You know what my role? Okay, you want to know what my role was identical to?
What's that?
Adam Gase's new role.
Ah, that's right, my buddy Adam Gase. He's been on the.
Good dude, man. I like Adam.
I like Adam a lot. It's funny. I became so close with Adam. It was one of the few times in my career that I was like, ooh. I'm too close. Like, I'm not objective.
Like were you kind of like slipping your hand up on his kind of like mid to lower thigh or like
mid to lower?
Okay. Not
dangerous.
Not up.
There was one time I was talking to Adam when he was coaching the Dolphins and we were just shooting the shit about, I don't know, life and kids and I don't know, stuff like that. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh man, it's like, 9:30 my time. I go, dude, I'm going to let you go. This is, getting kind of late. Because, all right, I probably should start heading home. He was in the office.
Off season?
So, it was the off season. And he and I had been talking for a good, half hour, 40 minutes. And I'm like, wait a second, you're not home? I thought he was home. The kids were in bed. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I should get home now.
It's a different world, man. It's a different world, like college football.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like Adam a lot.
Well, NFL football in his case, sorry.
So what is he's like
an offensive pass game specialist, assistant, no real position or title. And he's been out for 5 years.
Yeah, because he got paid. So he's been bumping around. He's got like I said, kids and Joe Vitt is his father-in-law. And,
right. I always forget about that.
Yeah, so he's kind of
Joe's still here, right? Joe's still here in Denver, correct?
He was, yeah. I don't know if he still is, but Adam was around in training camp last year with the Broncos, just kind of hanging out, So, but Adam's a good dude, and he's going to go coach the Chargers, and Clint Kubiak is going to coach the Raiders, and up yours Broncos. Here we go. That's what's going on. So,
did you have a chance to see any of Clint Kubiak's press conference?
I did not. Talk to me about it.
He just looks young, man. I mean, all these guys look young. Like Joe Brady, like with his really interesting like hairdo that's like it's got the jagged edges, and then he's got his gold chain, and you're like, all right, Joe. Okay, all right. You're the Bills head coach. All right. Well, be interested to see how this thing all goes. I think that Joe Brady is competent as a football mind and a football coach.
Yeah,
that alpha kind of tip of the spear that Sean Payton has. I mean, he has it in spades.
Yeah.
I think Joe Brady's got some Nathaniel Hackett trait.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying Clint does too, because I like Clint a lot, but he looks so dang young, man. It's like, these are NFL franchises, man. And it's like,
well, dude, you got to understand something with Kyle and Clint. You realize I was doing talk radio while they were in high school, respectively, at Cherry Creek and Regis.
Yep.
They were high school students while I was still doing this at local high schools.
That's crazy, man. And then Clint went on to play at CSU, right?
CSU, yeah. And
Kyle go to college?
Oh, you don't know? You want to take a guess? That's
UCLA.
Trivia.
UCLA.
No, but it was a big time school and he was a receiver.
Not Michigan.
Nope. South.
Everyone
Texas? You get. That's it. Texas. Very good.
Okay.
There you go. Nailed it. There you go.
Huh.
Yeah, as a receiver
Mac Brown?
Texas.
Mac Brown was the head coach, I'm guessing?
Oh, gosh. That's a good. You got me on that one. I'm not sure.
Either Mac or it was probably, who was the guy before, man? Yeah.
I mean, you just got to do some math, right?
John Malkovich. Remember Malkovich?
Dude, you win on the college coaches game if we're going to play that. I lose. Clint Kubiak in his press conference, though, did say we want him to be part of our success going forward. There's no doubt about that. He's one of the best players in the NFL. And Mark Davis said we want him back, too. They're talking about Max Crosby.
Max X6?
Yeah, Max. What do you think his angle is there, Max Oh, I'm seeing a photo of Clint. Wow, you're right. Holy cow. Goodness gracious.
You look so young.
Oh my God.
Just like it's like Rookie of the Year when you watch the movie Rookie of the Year when he gets promoted.
Yeah.
After he gets his shoulder fixed, right?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he's a major league pitcher. You're like,
yeah, sure. Broke his arm. It reset.
Yeah, got reset.
100-mile-an-hour heaters when he was 9 or whatever he was.
I think Max Crosby. We've lived this movie a million times, right? It's the Myles Garrett movie.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah,
simple as that.
Simple as that. It's
I would trade him. I don't know why the Raiders would even keep Max Crosby, to be quite honest with you. Listen, if they're not going in there,
defense, right? They need
but you'll get them. They got like $90 million of cap space, dude. They are. I think they're.
And they have good young talent, man, at a few positions.
And they got a bunch of draft picks, and they're gonna get Fernando. Like I don't even know why you need Max Crosby if you're these guys. So
did I don't even know. I didn't have a chance to see if Clint talked anything specifically about the first pick of the draft. I'm sure he did.
Yeah, he did. He said we're looking at everything. Like he kept it like, he kept it like absurd. You know what? I'd be stepping up there and be like, Fernando, we're an ABBA song. Like, bring here. I have a shirt of him. I would leave it like Sean Payton wants to talk about Bo Nix's ankles. Like it's a definitive thing. Like this job. I'm coming back up here to make sure you understand it's Fernando.
If I was Clint Kubiak, I would have just begun my press conference by pulling out an authentic Cuban cigar and say,
exactly.
You know where this one was made right here?
That's right.
Do you realize that I brought this in to smoke to start my presser out? It's a Cuban cigar.
That's right.
You guys can figure out where this thing's going.
That's right.
Hey man, build it all around the quarterback, man. Build it all around the QB.
You know, somebody was giving me a hard time the other day about Sam Darnold, like, because my QB philosophy has you moving up and taking a quarterback as high as you can. And I won't bore you with all the details.
You don't like that. I know your QB philosophy does not include much wiggle room for the likes of Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield.
No, not as a strategy, because going for these quarterbacks as free agents as a strategy, you end up like the Pittsburgh Steelers for the most part. Now, I'm not saying, listen, man, there's exceptions, Mike, to every single
of course.
Rule, okay? So you can find a second-round quarterback, Jalen Hurts, that's won a Super Bowl. And by the way, I don't find winning a Super Bowl an appropriate metric in developing a quarterback, because only 4% of quarterbacks drafted in any round ever, I looked this up, 4% drafted in any round ever have won a Super Bowl. Okay. What you want, though, is a quarterback who can compete and gives you a chance to win a Super Bowl. That's what's way more important. Now, winning a Super Bowl, Coach, in my opinion, establishes legacy for the individuals. And perhaps for a team like the Seahawks, what you've done with Darnold absolutely gives you a marker in history. But that is not a sound philosophy in how to acquire a quarterback. Oftentimes, most times, acquiring quarterbacks in free agency is a last gasp, a desperation play. And I got 10 million examples of that. But hey, man, good for the Seahawks, right? Good for their coach, who's a defensive coach. Good for Sam Darnold, who is the first quarterback in that unreal class of 2018 to win a championship. That goes along with 3 collective MVPs, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield, who's, I don't know, $40 million a year, whatever he makes. Like, what a quarterback class. I don't know the next time we're going to see one of them, and we'll see if Bo Nix's class is like that.
How high was Patrick Mahomes drafted?
16. Yeah, 16? I want to say it's something like that. And they loved him, by the way.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, if you go back in their history, because their original draft pick was like later, because they had Alex Smith. They were a good team. They were fine. They loved Mahomes. And a lot of people, I think, discounted him because he played at a college football conference that literally had no defense.
Well, yeah, and he also he never won anything of consequence, and he turned the football over a ton.
Yeah, a lot of like fake, phony Big 12 numbers with Texas Tech, right? Like you can't really tell what's going on down there. But they loved him. They absolutely loved him, and they moved heaven and earth, just like the Bills love Josh Allen.
He was 10th overall, man.
Yeah, and the Chiefs did a mass. I think they moved up twice to get him.
Yeah, 10th overall is pretty dang high. You know. Yeah. So when you think about Patrick Mahomes, and then, gosh, like Sam Darnold, unconventional way to get to having a quarterback in your franchise that ultimately ends up winning a Super Bowl. You would say Peyton Manning in the Denver Broncos, very unconventional.
And very lucky. You realize Peyton had no feeling in his hands, neck, the whole thing. I mean, that could have been a complete disaster. And don't forget, he was acquired because Elway hated Tebow, and Tebow got him to the playoffs. So the Broncos were drafted in the 20s. Like they were just screwed. Again, like the Steelers.
The numbers, okay, so the things that you don't like. Well, it's not that you don't like it. Your quarterback theory is probably best practice is to commit to the drafting and development of a quarterback. And if it doesn't work, then do it again.
Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Do it again. However,
rinse and repeat.
Would you agree that Patrick Mahomes falls into the category of go get him?
Absolutely.
10th overall pick. You move mountains to go get him. And then you developed him. You had a good plan for him. Great. I mean, he is that is probably the chef's kiss of Darren McKee's draft strategy.
It's pretty amazing because the development of Mahomes too wasn't rushed. He basically took a redshirt year.
It was,
and while he took that redshirt year, they went to the playoffs with Alex Smith.
So
it
we'd
was impressive.
We'd say that probably two of the greatest of our lifetime, like our where we were contemporaries, would not have fit your strategy, correct?
Well, Tom Brady was just luck.
Tom Brady,
that's where you're going.
And then, like I said, Peyton Manning is a Bronco, but Peyton Manning is a Colt. Peyton Manning as a Colt was the first overall pick. So he was the first overall pick, and you developed him. You threw him to the wolves. You supported him. You stayed by him, and he wins a Super Bowl. Oh, eventually, it took a long time, but eventually.
Yeah.
Would you say that? Obviously, Sam Darnold does not fit that mold at all. Aaron Rodgers did not fit that mold at all because he was a late first-round pick.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of taking quarterbacks in the 20s. I mean, it can work out. It's worked out for your guy, Jordan Love, for sure. It worked out for Ben Roethlisberger. It worked out for Dan Marino. It worked out for Aaron Rodgers. There's always exceptions.
And then what was Lamar again? Lamar's like 30?
Lamar 31? Was, yeah. But there's only been 3 quarterbacks ever drafted in the 30s. How about that?
In the first round or
in the
30s
first round?
period?
No, in the first round.
Yeah, because like my guy, Deshaun Kaiser from Notre Dame that I coached was drafted first pick overall in the second round, similar to that of Drew Brees, which is Drew Brees
and you know, you got to put things in context. Like you got to look at things with the CBA, okay, and the contracts, right? Because that does change a lot of things.
Last 20 years ago is very different than today.
Yeah, it's not fair to compare that. It's just a different world.
Well, yeah, you used to have to pay quarterbacks in the first round before the CBA.
Correct.
Some of those guys were getting John Elway was made fun of because of his contract, or he was, that was the pressure was on. He was in the pressure cooker because his contract was so high compared to everybody else.
He was not slotted because they didn't have that.
There was no slotting until 10 years ago, 8, 9.
Well, no, it's for $1 million, and he was the highest paid player in the NFL.
Yep.
And he was hated because of it.
Yep.
Hated. Sam Bradford kind of broke the bank on that because he got kind of a ridiculous amount, and they were like, "This is dumb."
When his body kept falling apart.
Well, and they changed everything, so you're slotted into a certain amount of money depending on where you get drafted. It makes way more sense, and it's a huge benefit for a team now to go get that quarterback, and it doesn't kill you if he doesn't work out. Nobody you're not lost forever because you never broke the bank on the guy. Yeah, it didn't work out. All right, whatever, rinse and repeat. You move on. You can easily do that. The greatest thing about the NFL, Coacher, you can go from a 4-win team like the Patriots playing in the Super Bowl if you do a bunch of things right, if you do things the right way. It's why football rules. It's why football is so good over all the other sports.
What I would also say right now is the reason that was one of the least intriguing Super Bowls in a while was that it lacked any one of the established alphas at the quarterback position, correct?
Yeah.
There haven't been many of those Super Bowls in the last 20 years.
I'm trying to think, do you consider Jalen Hurts an alpha? Well, but he was competing
against Mahomes, right?
He was playing against Mahomes. Yeah, right. Good point.
The Bengals lost the Super Bowl with Burrow to, who was that to?
I think that was Jalen Hurts, wasn't it? Wasn't it to the Eagles? Am I wrong about that?
Has he won two, or is he? I thought he lost
Hurts?
one.
Oh, he's lost one and won one. Well, yeah, because they won last year, but they lost.
Oh, Joe Burrow lost to Stafford and the Rams.
He lost to Stafford and the Rams.
That's right.
In that beautiful 16-3 game or 13-3
and
or whatever.
I consider Stafford an alpha in the position right now.
Yeah, he's an alpha. He's also a top draft choice.
He was
traded.
And he was patient and all
that.
Listen,
this is a moot point. When you look at the vast majority of draft strategies adopted by more than 2/3 of the NFL fall in line with my strategy. So I've said this for a long time. My strategy is very, very boring. Very boring. And it's just how it operates. Darnold is interesting. And listen, if you want to, hey, NFL, Tua's there. Go for it. He's Sam Darnold part 2, right? Go for it. If you think you can win like that.
I never saw Sam Darnold at the bottom of an NFL field like this.
That's terrible. But well, hold on. You heard Sam Darnold on the sideline talking about ghosts. I mean, he saw ghosts.
He got hit. He was battered.
He was battered.
Paralyzed. He's battered and abandoned. There's no doubt. Okay, so the interesting conversation about the quarterback. Are we in a potentially narrow window where the AFC, with either franchise issues like the Cincinnati Bengals have, franchise issues like I would say that you could probably argue for both the last two MVPs, the Ravens, I think they have franchise issues, man. They fired their longtime most successful head coach, arguably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo has franchise issues.
Maybe.
Especially on the defense side of the ball. And are you in a window that the AFC to represent in the AFC? Are you in a current window, maybe a 2-year, maybe a 3-year window where you got to go for it, man?
If you're the Denver Broncos, you do. And that brings me beautifully to the topic I wanted to get to today, and that's free agents. You can use this QR code and get 10% using the code 2026 playoffs for Journey Spice. It's amazing. We'll get to the free agents in a second, but no matter what your meal is tonight, it's going to taste a hell of a lot better with Journey Spice. We put it on everything in our household. It's organic, non-GMO. It is absolutely delicious. I don't care what the meal is. It goes better with Journey Spice. More on our great pals from Journey Spice in a second, but I just want to tell you, you just pinch the top. The packaging is incredible. You pour it out to dish. And if I'm not a klutz and drop it all over the place like I predicted I would, it's resealable and easy to do. And just because I struggle with it doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means I'm an idiot.
Dad gum arthritis. Remember that commercial?
I do remember that. Arthritis. And the new packaging, actually, let's see inside. And it's all better for the earth because it's not stupid plastic. All right. Thank you, Journey Spice.
Thank you, Journey Spice.
Okay. There's the top 100 free agents out on ESPN today. But I want to talk about this dude right here, Breece Hall.
The guy.
And
man of the hour.
He is, according to Fox Sports, top 100 free agents.
Number 12.
Number 11.
Oh, cool. That was a good guess.
Wow, that was just a guess?
Yeah, total guess.
That's impressive. Breece Hall, he's at number 11, according to them. They predict he'll re-sign with the Jets. They put his price tag north of $10 million a year. He is just 24 years of age, and he is a football playing Jesse, as they say.
I love it.
Talk to me. What's your interest in spending 10 to 12 million on Breece Hall?
My interest is spending upwards of 13.5. Guarantee the signing.
You're good with it.
I think there's arguably no team where Breece Hall would be more impactful for the success of that team than for the Denver Broncos. And the reason I say that is if you look at the track record of Sean Payton he only commits to the ground game if he likes his runner. He did it this year. Did it with J.K. Dobbins. He liked his runner until his runner very predictably ended up getting injured. And that was what happened with J.K. Dobbins. Breece Hall, he has not been ridden hard and hung up wet to dry. This is not a highly leveraged, highly used running back at this stage of his career. But he's a productive back. He's been a part of some offenses that were frankly as bad as you can imagine, where he was all that team had that you could count on was Breece Hall's ability to run the football. And yet he just continued to find production and stay on the field. He is healthy. He's able. He can hit the home run. But most importantly, man, he can consistently hit the singles and doubles for a Sean Payton offense that's desperately looking for that back. You know what it fits well into? RJ Harvey. I don't think you're an RB1 in this league. I don't think
so either. No.
And I don't think Sean thinks he is either. I think there were some signs as the season progressed. But he could very easily end up mastering RB2, which is pass catcher, screen guy, gadget guy.
Yeah.
Able to utilize in certain personnel packages. But Sean, he's not going to commit to running the football unless he loves his runner. And that runner, which we learned this year, has to exhibit the most important trait of NFL running backs, and that's availability. Yeah. And that's what Breece Hall to this point has been. And so you should bet on it.
Breece Hall tweeted a couple days ago, "Hope I get to experience football on this stage," referring to the Super Bowl. "Everything on the line. I'll get there one day. I know it." That to me sounds like a guy who wants to be on the move away from the Jets.
Sounds like he wants to be in Denver.
Well, ESPN projected the Broncos as one of the top 4 teams in terms of power rankings. I saw another thing that actually had the Broncos as the favorite to win it all next year. I know there's others that have the Broncos as low as like 12, something like that. But if you're looking to be in that spot, as you're saying, it's certainly not with the team that hasn't made the playoffs in 17 years or whatever the Jets are up to these days. And there's no indication that the Jets are going to turn around and make it happen next year either. None. Zero. So
they have arguably one of the best quarterback prospects on planet Earth in the history of the National Football League draft.
And
nothing.
Yeah, is Fields still even on the team? I don't know if he's even on the team.
DMac, what's funny? I actually really like Justin Fields coming out. I did too. Justin Fields. I did.
I did too. I
know.
The thing with Fields at this point is that it kind of was like a Josh Rosen situation too. Like, you can get it beat out of you, dude. Like, you can have all the talent in the world. It can be drained out of you.
Yeah. Sure Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, two guys that it appeared that they were headed towards the football has been beating the hell out of you.
Ryan Tannehill, keep going. Sure. So, and if you just spin from one bad organization to another, it's going to happen.
Right.
I mean, you're the Jets are the worst NFL organization in the past 20 years, period. The end. There's no debate about it.
And that brings up, if Breece Hall, true unrestricted free agent, am I right in saying that?
Hey, unrestricted, he's 24 years of age.
The Jets own nothing in terms of rights to this player. It's going to become an open market.
They can tag him like you tag anybody.
Yeah. But at the running back position,
it'd be stupid. Nobody would ever do
because
that.
There's such a massive drop off between the top 5 guys that you get the value of tagging. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, that territory, and Breece Hall isn't that value to the Jets right now. No way. It's
why like Pickens would be, if he gets tagged by the Cowboys it's only $27 million because it's the top 5. If you get tagged the second year, which you can do, that's the top 3. Okay. Well, that now we're in the, mid 30s or something like that. And if you want to be like Kirk Cousins and you go get tagged twice, which is amazing, because when you get tagged twice, you're turning down like $100 million guaranteed. The amount of guaranteed money you're turning down when you get tagged again is like jaw drop.
You have no choice, right?
Well, of course you have a choice.
Does the player?
You don't get tagged twice unless you've rejected a contract offer. Like it doesn't like it. Like a team isn't going to say, "Oh no, we're not going to try to sign you. We're just going to tag you twice." It doesn't work like that. The reason you get tagged and tagged again is because for whatever reason you're so valuable to the team they want you, and you haven't signed a deal with them. It doesn't work the other way. I mean. I guess theoretically it could, but nobody would ever do that. Right. And hardly anybody ever gets tagged twice. I mean, it hardly ever happens. Why?
What's the purpose of a tag?
To keep teams, players on teams that high to make sure that the league and the fans have the best players for the longest time period.
NFL the only sport that does it? Is that technically called arbitration in baseball? Or hockey?
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, yes, the NFL.
Yeah, it's kind of a different word.
Don't forget, these players have agreed to all this shit. Like,
right, it's part of their and franchise tag is what, 40 years old, 30 years old in the NFL. It's been around for a long time.
It's a minute, yeah. I mean, it's been around for a while.
It's not a part of this new CBA with slotted draft picks.
You realize one of the reasons the NFL is so good is because the NFL Players Association has been so bad. And that has made
for their own.
Yeah, to their own. It's made the game better for fans. Good players stay on teams longer and have less options. Usually they just get beat up and teams will let go of them when they're hurt. But every year, coach, every year, a few guys become available for quirky reasons. They do. Happens every year. And this year, Breece Hall's one of them.
Yeah.
This year, he's one of them.
So Breece Hall, let's get into that. We already talked about his traits. I think he's a really natural runner of the football. I think he gives you versatility in whatever scheme you choose to do, which Sean Payton is the ultimate grab bag artist of run schemes. Wide zone, inside zone, duo, counter, power, kind of a little bit like my own. Like that's how I like calling the run game. I like to do multiple things and get as good as you can at multiple things and then try to figure out what your personnel does the best. And you hang your hat on that. Now, who's your potential biggest suitor? Because a team is going to recognize the importance of a back and say that you don't have one right now. Let's talk about who could potentially be competition for the Denver Broncos to sign Breece Hall.
Okay.
What do you think?
Running back needy teams. That are willing to spell that much. There's not many. There's not going to be many.
First, I would argue
the Jets will be one of them. The Jets will be one of them. Just
correct.
Them.
And that's a good sign. That to me, the fact that the Jets are one of them, that is a good sign to show you like what kind of pro he is.
Yeah,
he is the face of that franchise.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Okay, what about the Chargers? They just drafted Omari Hampton in the first round.
Yep.
Okay, what about the Raiders? They just got Genty. But let's even talk about teams that are real contenders in the AFC or NFC. NFC, the Rams? No, they got a guy named Kyron Williams and then another cost-controlled good back in Blake Corum. They're not going after him.
Michigan, yep.
Obviously, the Seahawks, they're going to re-sign Kenneth Walker, K9.
Probably. They'll be loyal to the MVP, yeah.
Yeah, and he's fantastic, and he's got.
By the way, like all of their free agents are wicked expensive. Like the Broncos free agents are like, you're in the bargain bin at the dollar store. Yeah. John Franklin Myers, like in this top 100, he's the highest rated Bronco at 36 on the list. And then you got J.K. Dobbins at like 63. Like, but if you look at this list for Seahawks players, holy shit.
All right. Other contenders. Let's go to the NFC North. Chicago Bears? Hell no. They have the two-headed monster they fell in love with this year. They love that. The Monangai and Swift two-headed monster. Same thing. Stay in the NFC North. Another team Vikings. That can be a contender. Vikings is not a bad thought, but are they willing to invest that much? Right. Well, no, they spent a ton last year on former Green Bay Packer running back. The one that Aaron Jones. Talking about in Denver. Who is it?
Aaron Jones.
They just spent. I think he's got another year on his deal, right?
Yeah, I'm looking up.
Let's go with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers. They just signed Josh Jacobs to a massive deal.
Yeah.
And so I actually came up with this, that I think the team that could potentially contend at some point in the year of 2026, 2027,
okay,
that would be willing to spend 12, 13, or 14 million. Now, can they? I don't know.
Yeah. Who?
And is a running back needy team that is going to probably need to make a free agent acquisition at quarterback for a backup that's going to serve as the starter for 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
It's Kansas City.
They're in cap hell though, dude. They are minus 57.9 million in cap.
So they can't do it.
Minus 57.9.
So they can't do it.
It's unlikely. The amount that they have to restructure just to get their heads above to sign their draft picks is stunning.
And then you have teams that are out there, say like, I don't know, the Titans. Could they be a team that decides to
listen, if the Titans want to, they could easily do it. So
yeah,
they're $99 million in cap space.
And they, do they want to give a nice toy to, Cam, so that Cam doesn't have to go out and ruin every game?
If they want anybody at this point, it's going to be hard to compete against the Titans if it's just down to money. And Tennessee's a cool place, man. They're building a new stadium. Yeah. They got Broadway right there. Like, Tennessee's cool. Like, and they got a good quarterback, I think. We'll see, but you don't like him?
No. He was a tough watch.
Do you like Saleh as a coach?
No.
Well, then it's a bad situation. But
yeah,
they can overpay.
I love him as a D coordinator. It's fantastic.
They got a lot of money. They got a lot of available money.
Robert Saleh is a better looking, more presentable version of his own mentor, Vic Fangio.
Okay.
Tremendous defensive mind, great at dialing up, schemes and whatnot. And I actually think that Mike McDonald was in that same kind of category. Mike McDonald did something that neither of those guys did. He went and worked on himself, and he found out his deficiencies. And Brock, I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to Brock Heward about Mike McDonald. He has the Mike McDonald coaches show every week throughout the course of the season. He told me early on in the season, he's like, Mike McDonald acknowledged that he wasn't a very good head coach as a first time head coach. And he went out and worked on his ability to public speak and get in front of groups. And he had, hired people that are coaching him on the things that he's not good at, because he's clearly really good at dialing up defenses. Does that sound like something that Vic Fangio would have done? So
no.
Any other potential suitors for a guy like Breece Hall? Because where does Breece Hall want to go? What did he already put out there that's a valuable piece to him? He wants to compete, to play.
Of course.
And Tennessee, you're not going to do that anytime in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
No chance.
Would you rather spend that kind of money on Breece Hall? This will be the last thing, we can wrap things up here today. But would you rather spend that kind of money on Breece Hall, or would you rather spend top tier money on I'm looking at the wide receiver free agents.
It sucks.
Yeah. Alec Pierce, that's who I was going for. Would you rather spend big money, who had the biggest yak in the NFL last year and has killed it actually for the past 2 years? But would you rather spend big money on Alec Pierce, or, that'd be bigger money on Pierce as a receiver, or big money on our guy, Breece Hall?
Is Alec Pierce significantly better than anything you got currently on your roster?
He's more dynamic. He's more dynamic than anybody you got. He's better at run after catch, yards after catch. He's more established.
He's an interesting player because he's got good top speed, got good long speed, kind of like Troy Franklin does, but better known pass catcher. So his run after catch is different than what a Sean Payton run after catch guy would be.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton's run after catch guys, you throw it 3 to 7 yards past the line of scrimmage, they break a tackle and they go get you some yak. The guy that you've got the guy on your roster, and his name's Marvin Mims Jr.
I know. I was just going to ask you that. Like, why is Alec Pierce so dynamic and Marvin Mims isn't? And could Mims develop into that?
I think anytime Mims has gotten the chance, I think Sean Payton should like his return on whenever he has invested in the player.
Yeah.
I think it's a no-brainer, man. And why it's a no-brainer, like if I am George Payton and I'm having, kind of backdoor conversations with Greg Penner and Kerry Walton Penner and the whole group, I'm saying, hey, how could we have won a Super Bowl this year? How could we have gotten to that game? God, if we just get Sean to just want to run the football, how can we do that? Oh, let's go out and spend big money to give him the apple of his eye. And then he'll look at the guy, you'll see him on the field, and he'll say, if I call this power play, this duo, this counter, that Breece Hall's going to give me a minimum of what it's blocked to get, and then he's going to give you potentially more.
Yeah, by the way, you could sign Breece Hall, even an expensive, and sign J.K. Dobbins. You could do both.
I agree wholeheartedly. And it would be awesome. It'd be borderline.
It probably would cost you like $15 million.
That's exactly right. Because J.K., dude, I'm telling you, problem right now is J.K. is not going to command any money, and he knows that. And that's why he was kind of his best bet right now on the open market is Denver. And that's why he was advocating to stay in Denver, because he knows that he's beloved. The fan base thinks he's really good. Sean Payton thinks he can really do it. It's just this thing that he has to overcome is whether he agrees with it or not. And he disagreed with it at the final presser of the season. The league thinks that he cannot get through an entire season healthy.
The league is right. He can joke about it, which was funny, but he's not wrong. And if he was saying that, I guess I'd sit there and be like, yeah, okay, well, you're right. That is what it is.
JK, can you mind if I pull up your kind of year by year on ESPN.com real quick?
Look at it.
How many 17s do you see next to your name? Do you see many 15s next to your name? Where is 16?
And listen, if he got a 1 year, $3 million deal, lucky him.
I think he's going to be two. I think he's going to be a 2.25 kind of guy.
Right.
Really do.
So let's do 12.5 for Breece and 2.5 for JK. We're at 15 million in the quarterback room or running back room. And then we got RJ Harvey. And if you want to keep Bidet on the practice squad, I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. Do whatever you want. Jaquan, I don't know. Whatever you want to do. But let's put some money into it, guys. We keep hearing from Terrell Davis, from Garrett Bowles, from everybody. It's on the running back. Everybody is saying that. So fine. If everybody goes.
The spot rack projection for him is 2 years, 5.1 million at 2.55 per year for J.K. Dobbins.
Awesome. I'll sign that tomorrow.
Glorious.
As long as you're going to go get Breece Hall. All right, let me really quick before we wrap it up. Really, really quick. Travis Etienne, he's the second back that's out there. How do you feel about him?
If Jacksonville's not going to tag him or spend that kind of money, Jacksonville would be ridiculous.
You'd sign him up.
Oh, gosh. No, I would still take Breece. I think Breece.
Okay, but I'm saying if you can't get Breece for whatever reason.
I think Sean would love him some Travis Etienne, man.
Okay.
Gosh, I think he would just salivate over his.
Is this like a no-brainer right now? Is this seriously like a no-brainer for the Broncos?
It's even more of a no-brainer right now because of who your play caller is, man. He you look back at the history and when he has a former Heisman running back or a first-round draft pick running back or Alvin Kamara, dude, he will run the rock, man. But when he feels like he's got, I got Audric Estime, Tyler Bidet,
not as motivated.
He'll hand the football off to a running back 7 times in a game. And how many times have we seen that? And the Broncos too, as a franchise, case in point, who won the last 2 Super Bowls?
Eagles and the Seahawks.
And how offensively, what would you say was the kind of the shiny object that's made them a bit different?
Who, the Seahawks or the Eagles?
The Seahawks and the Eagles. What offense they've had made them a little bit different?
They had dynamic receivers. I mean, but they
Saquon Barkley and Kenneth Walker III that won the MVP.
Yeah, okay, fine. But I mean, JSN was pretty good. JSN was pretty all right. Hold on. But look at
I'm talking about the Super Bowl game. Let's talk about the Super Bowl game.
All right. I mean, you're talking about one game. Okay, fine.
I mean, both guys were pretty unbelievable the entire season because why? Why can they be unbelievable?
I'm not fighting with you.
Because how was Philly built to win the 2025 Super Bowl? How was Seattle built to win the 2026 Super Bowl? Where was their strength as a team and personnel?
In the middle of the field, power up the middle.
Their defensive personnel is so damn good that how do you play really good complementary football? You run the rock, man, and you just get timely quarterback play, which is what Bo Nix is going to be, DMac. As much as we all love Bo is probably not going to emerge as a top 3 passer in the National Football League.
I think Sam Darnold was the most embarrassed Super Bowl quarterback champion of all time.
Well, he was like, he almost apologized. I actually think he might have cost himself his next contract because he basically gave up his whole. He gave, hey, It wasn't because of me. I'll tell you. 12. Give a round of applause to that defense, man.
How about these guys over here?
Because I sucked. Our offense was terrible.
He was actually talking about that on the post-game interview, like, oh, man, we got to get better. Like, the season's over, bro. That's it. I mean, I get it. You're not satisfied, which fine. And maybe you're a little embarrassed, because you didn't have much to do with the win. You really didn't have much to do with the win. But whatever. And,
Spot rack.
Yeah.
Breece Hall, $41 million over 4 years, $10.25 million a year. I think that would be an unbelievable contract for the Denver Broncos.
All right, we'll talk Sunday night. We'll keep going on Sunday night a little bit.
Let's go, man.
See what magic we can build up there. And always on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, it's myself and Coach Sanford to break it down. Football does not end. Thank you to our great friends at Journey.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.